Am I wrong for exposing my boyfriend's biggest secret in front of his entire family? 3 times. So, me and my boyfriend, who we'll call Steve, have been together for 2 years now. And Steve is currently very much unemployed. Steve used to have an amazing, very high-paying job, but he ended up getting in a fist fight with a co-worker. We'll call that red flag number 1. So every Friday, we go around to his mum's house for dinner. And Steve made it very, very clear that he did not want his family to know that he was unemployed. And basically, he didn't want all of his family knowing that I was paying all of the bills. He told me over and over again how emasculated this made him feel. So it is Friday, I'm sat there eating my meal, and this is when his cousin mentioned that his partner was going to go for a boob job. Get it, sis? And Steve jumps into the conversation and goes, "You cannot be serious. Amy's got perfect boobs." I'm sorry. It doesn't stop there. Like, I just can't wrap my head why she'd want it. They're incredible. They're perky. They're the right shape. He then turns to me and stares directly at my chest. For some context here, guys, I have a bit of a smaller chest, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really insecure about it. And then, and I don't know why he thought this was a good idea, he turns to me and says, "Instead of Amy, why don't you get a boob job? You're the one who needs it." The gasp, this room gasped. As you can imagine, at this moment in time, I just saw red. So I pulled the line, "I'll get a boob job when you get an actual job, Steve." You know, Steve, considering you've been unemployed for 6 months now. Steve just like stared at me in disbelief. So then, of course, the questions roll in about him being unemployed. And even at this point, Steve is deny. But eventually he did come out with the truth. And then his mum started ripping him a new one. Oops. It got so bad that he went and sat in the car till I decided I was ready to go home and come outside. And then as soon as I get in the car, Steve starts screaming at me about how I should have held my tongue. Or maybe you should have held yours then. He said to me, "Well, I don't understand where such a nasty comment came from. He was so spiteful." I said, "Well, maybe it started when he started making comments about Amy." And he told me he was just trying to give me some advice. And that is when my darling partner turned around and said, "There's absolutely nothing wrong with me wanting you to look pretty." Steve, my guy, stop talking. Now, Steve tried to justify his comments by saying he had said it out of support and encouragement, but what I had said was the intent of hurting his feelings. So what do you think? Was I wrong here?